Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is June 23rd, 2023, and today is Friday morning, so looking at the highlights, once again, the Turkish Lira tanks lower versus the US dollar, but first looking at today's major economic events. So we've got a lot of flash manufacturing and services PMI numbers coming out. First at 9:15 from France, and then at 9:30 South African time out of Germany, and then from Great Britain at 10:30 a.m., and then at 3:45 from the United States. All flash manufacturing and services PMI numbers coming out. Now looking at the various markets, started out with the Forex symbol, the Japanese yen lower versus the US dollar. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones trades lower, while the NASDAQ wavers. Looking at commodities, gold breaks lower, while oil just retracing. Now looking at the stocks, Amazon on its yearly highs. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, quite resilient. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start a look at the Euro USD, and we are tanking. This is tanking from 109.97 down to 108.80-ish level. That's over an 80 pip retracement, or sell-off rather, for the Euro USD going into this German flash manufacturing and services P numbers coming out. Now, looking at it on a daily, okay, the real next supportish level is way below our 108.35. So we do have a significant level to go, and that would be midpoint between our 8-day and 30-day moving average, would potentially where we would be. So keep that in mind as this continues to sell off. Now jumping into the other pair, GBP USD also selling off here. As look at that, it hit that 200-day moving average. We did say that that's a major resistance area. It was at 128-ish level, and we are trading at 127.04, which is about 100 pips lower for the GBP. Now, also jumping into the Japanese yen, trading lower versus the US dollar, just inching, but it's making lowers versus the dollar as well. So this is really very important as well. Now jumping into the Turkish Lira, look at that. A big spike from 23.70 to 25.05. Now I said this quite often. If I said if we clear 20, we're going to go to 25. There you go. It didn't go all at one time and did hang out for about a week and a half. We were just sitting at 23. So this is the situation. Look at that on a long-term view. If we look at a weekly, oh my goodness gracious, this is just so painful. From 2 years ago to what it is right now, those people in Turkey must be really feeling the pinch. Now, potentially, if it clears 25 and stays above 25, I'm going to say it again, we could hit 30. Okay, so that is still on the perspective on the upside. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, we're trickling lower. 34,124 is right now. Jumping off of it, we retraced about 700 points, which is a decent move for the Dow Jones. I'm looking at the NASDAQ wavering, not trading lower. And if we look at the stocks, Amazon on its year highs, not yearly highs, okay, not all-time highs, but yearly high. For 2023, it's on its high, and that's really a huge comeback for Amazon. Now, it does have potential on the upside as well. Yesterday, Apple did go back to its highs at 186. We saw some strength there. Facebook also very resilient, very strong still. We mentioned this, okay? Even though it sold off, it keeps on going higher, okay? Now, we are getting into intervals that is kind of questionary whether or not we're going to go higher. So you're going to have to really play a little bit detective game, because if we look at the majors, Intel made a complete U-turn this week and corrected itself right after it spiked to 36, went back to 32, excuse me. That's a decent move. That's $4 for a stock that is in the $30 range. Now, lastly, jumping into Bitcoin, remaining very resilient here, okay, at 29,800. We did hit that high. We didn't clear it, but we didn't sell off too much either. If we look at a 4-hour chart, you can see a little bit better that we did kind of sell off, but still showing some resiliency above that line. So as long as we could clear it and stay above it, perhaps we'll rally into the weekend. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.